All the build-up, all the practice, all the money, all the time on the water, all the sails. This is what we've been waiting for. This is race 1 of the 2014 Melges 32 World Championship. We are inside 15 seconds now. Down here on the pin, Robertissima going for it with Prince Casiraghi at the helm. And looks like Italy is loving this this left side. Monaco 1. There they go, all clear. So, Monaco 1, the Robertissima, a little bit off the line of the start, but certainly they wanted the left and they got it comfortably, and they now control the left. We don't know what's going to happen up the course, but Robertissima has staked her claim in the middle of the course with maybe the best start out there. Possibly might be Inga from Sweden, or maybe Samba Patti to weather of them. Those are the boats that are punched out on the middle right, already over. Who's already tacked? Any idea? So Volpe and MV Scooters flushed out to the right. Samba flushed out to the right as well. They had a nice start. They're actually leading back on the right, the furthest out there. And there is a minute of your start. Pretty good stuff, all pretty respectable. I'm a little surprised actually they didn't push the line more. Sort of expect them to, early days, people to push the line and get those general recalls out of the way. But not these guys. I think time on distance, not a lot of big errors here. So Momo looking strong. Stig with Terry Hutchinson on tactics has tacked off. So about half the fleet on each board. We're going to head up to the top mark and see how it plays out. Please share this with all your sailing friends. Don't just click on like, but please take the link and share it around on Facebook and anyone that you know that might like high performance racing all week. We're on leg 1, the top mark of the first race of the 2014 Melges 32 World Championship, Miami Beach. The helicopters are overhead. This is the ley line, and it is stacked up. Delta, Dalton DeVos, along with his dad Ryan on board, has nailed that one. Look at that wave. Nailed that one with Japan. Whoa. So Delta nailed that one. The right side paid hard. Delta took it and went all the way to the right. Came back and crossed the whole fleet just a couple hundred yards off the ley line and takes it away to a nice 4-boat length lead around the top mark. Mama Ayuto and the other Japanese boats swing, jamming it in there and surrounding Robertissima. Goombay, Inga from Sweden. All those boats played the middle right. Stig played the far right, but somehow couldn't get back into it. And Argo, Samba. So 3 or 4 of our picks for really the podium, possible podiums in this regatta are buried right now on this first leg. With young Ryan DeVos from Holland, Michigan. Sorry, Dalton DeVos from Holland, Michigan. Running away. So we just made it to the bottom mark, and we actually have some news to report. Goombay Smash, the 2012 world champion, or 2000 and whatever, past world champion, has retired from this race after having a really, really nasty knockdown, spreaders in the water, and kite underneath the keel. So Dougie Douglas on Goombay Smash is out for race 1, and it's going to be hard to recover from that for a podium. But there is a drop in this series. Robertissima has a great leg coming down on the left side looking upwind, and passes both the Japanese boats that had hedged her in at the top mark. Mama Ayuto holds third, but Inga with a really, really nice leg there too. And Inga headed back to that right side. That was so money on the last race. So Inga with a really nice split. That's I don't know if that's a winning move, Roddy, but that's what's going on there. Stig also with a nice leg, able to make that right side work downwind. And so we're starting to see how this this fleet's playing out. Samba Patti passing a few boats here. Where are you at? Here? Oh, here's Argo coming down, the world champion. Jason Carroll comes around. He's going to head out to the right side too for that pretty clean lane. again, we saw how that right side paid really well in the first beat. We'll see if it pays the second beat. Here comes Deneen DeMarcus. And again, the only real big news on the day is the first Wipeout award goes to Goombay Smash, and Dougie Douglas will lick his wounds, and it was a doozy. So be sure to check in later for some of that action. But he'll lick his wounds. He'll be back out here. He's not really a quitter. And Alec Cutler, a man who I believe has a great shot at winning this regatta, has rounded in last place. I don't know, man. Bad luck. We'll be back up at the top mark in about 24 minutes. This is the final mark of the first race here of the Melges 32 World Championship, and I'm showing you back here with the tussle going on in the middle of the course. Out front, the order that we saw from these two anyway at the bottom mark has stayed the same, but it's quite a bit closer. So Dalton DeVos on the Delta, just ahead of Andrea Casaraghi. You don't know. The Prince of Monaco coming around in second, 25 years old. You can see him right there at the back with the tiller.
Flying a flag.
And he's flying a protest flag.
Swing on the first round.
Okay, yeah, they were fouled, and I think swing, but Delta's got it up nicely. Delta has a great set there. And here's who's moving. Inga from Sweden moving hard up to third. That is really nice resilience after not the best start. And Richard Jorgensen making it happen. So that's 1 minute for your first three. And then look at this pack. Now we've probably got a minute separating the next 10. So that's pretty awesome. But you can see how the middle of that course where they got shoveled out and lost lanes was really painful. The Japanese, Spanish, Mama Aiuto, and Italian, really. It's all sorts of nationalities here. And let's see who's in fifth, Stig, sixth, Volpe, seventh, Argo, eighth, who's that? Stormvogel, nice job from Louisiana. Let's watch the set on Argo. And Torpio, Louisiana almost getting caught there. And the Hedgehog comes around. Samba, look at that, still buried. So they made their way back into it, and now Samba has lost a bunch of ground. So that's a bit of a surprise. You don't see them going backwards on a lot of legs, but again, in this fleet, everyone's going to have those. And Germany, the Momo, and then finally the Australian amateur and mostly youth team NB Scooters. We'll head down to the finish for you. Race 1 is in the books, folks, and it looks like, well, it's almost in the books, it looks like Pierre Casaraghi is going to take it just ahead of Delta. Look at that. You can hear him going. They love that race aboard the Robertissima with the Prince Pierre doing his thing and just barely pipping Delta at the finish. Delta led all the way around the track. And we're going to see a lot more of that this week. Here comes Inga from Sweden, Richard Jorgensen, crushing his way through these waves. And look at how far back it is to the next guy. So really nice job from these top three, especially Robertissima and Inga, who had to do some battling to get where they were. We watch Mama Aiuto with Kichiki Suzuka. You know how to pronounce his name? Kiski Suzuka, I think it is. And Volpe, the other half of the DeVos team, with young Ryan DeVos at the helm, and Jimmy Spithill on tactics, is coming in from the far left looking upwind. Now here's an interesting, are they going to get here before this group of three? This is going to be pretty tight, guys. I don't know. No, I think they are. So I think that Ryan DeVos, that's a hell of a race for them too. Fifth. No, maybe not, maybe not. I think so. I don't think Stig got him. I think that'll be Volpe in 5th, Stig in 6th. What is that? Torpione in 7th, Argo in 8th. Hedgehog maybe have just cut USA 155 out there. That's the Stormvogel. So Alec Cutler may have just barely got Chris Wenches. And here's Samba Pati again with no real ability to battle back this race, as we've seen from John Kilroy many times. Denis DeMarcus Gruvaderci. And another Japanese boat down here, the Swing. And our Australian friends look like they had made up a little bit of ground. Well done to the Aussies. You know, they're just happy to be here, but they said to me the other day in an interview, you know, we certainly expect to be able to beat some of these guys sometimes. And they showed it right there. So picking up 2 places on the last leg. And Momo. And finally Stella Black, which is from Martina, I think. And then Dougie Douglas on the Goon Bay Smash over here, back for race 2. We'll bring it to you in about 15-20 minutes.